Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for our final home regular season volleyball contest of the 2025 season as College of the Canyons gets ready to take on Moorpark College here from Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar Cage. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along with us. College of the Canyons coming off a win the other night against Antelope Valley College 3-1 on Wednesday, securing second place in the WSC South in the process, as they should, in theory, secure themselves a playoff spot at 11-13 on the season. For Moorpark, coming in off of a loss that snapped an 8-game winning streak, they lost 3-1 against LA Mission, who led the conference in the Western State Conference North Division. Moorpark at 20-8, though, solidly in a playoff spot, 10-2 in conference play, 9-0 at home this year, but just 8-4 on the road, which should have a good playoff positioning themselves for Adam Black's squad. As College of the Canyons, the head coach is Clay Timmons, as we are just about ready to get going here. The ladies just getting the final introductions, and we'll have us ready to tip off in just a second. For College of the Canyons, Caitlin Nelson, their big gun on the attack, 181 kills on 357 attacks, with a .423 attack percentage, which is number 3 in the state of California this year. For Moorpark, they go a few deep. Olivia Campisi, Janissa Johnson, both over 200 kills on the season, with Johnson at 253 on 606 attacks, swinging at 29.5%. Well, Campisi has 211 kills on 685 attacks. So those are their big two, the outside and the middles, for Moorpark. The College of the Canyons will need to play well at the net today against this Moorpark team that beat them back on September 24th, 3-2, down at Moorpark College. You'll need to have very solid net play if you're the Cougars today. Caitlin Nelson, of course, we talked about her attack prowess in the middle, but has been great at the block game as well. 25 solo blocks, 43 block assists, and 19 total blocks with, or 19th in the state, in total blocks with 68 this season. That will be a key, as well as finding some additional support on the offensive side of the ball, as they have struggled at times to find a true outside hitter. Sophia Miranda has been their lead attacker on the outside, 113 kills on 409 total attacks this season, with 59 errors, swinging at just 13.2%. We'll need Megan Moreno and Martina Nevilev to pick up some of the slack, as well as Allison Lykowski. You can expect Madison Andrews to get some options in the middle as well for College of the Canyons. Looks like Morgan Dumlau will start things off as the server for College of the Canyons to open up here in this first set. Dumlau this season, 47 service aces, is 46th in the 3C2A. She is the main setter for College of the Canyons, or if we should say the lead setter for College of the Canyons. Still without Jasmine Munoz, who has been out for a little while. She was the number 2 setter for most of the season. Now it's been pressed into Landon Poyer, who has done a nice job. Poyer can play 3 different positions, but being flexed into set duties with Munoz out. So we'll have Dumlau serve it away. Canyons in the whites on our left side of our screen here in this first set, with the yellow trim down the sides. Moorpark in whites as well to the right, with the libero in sky blue for the Raiders today. As serve in, Moorpark will set middle. First touch for Johnson kept up. Then Moreno dug out by the libero Manquino. Another soft touch. As Moorpark, good pancake dig that time from Curry. Moorpark showing off defensively here early on. There's a block. Moorpark scrambling to keep the point alive. And now they've got a kill. Moorpark with the scramble to open. And then a tap back through the middle by Johnson. Kwiatkowski that time for Canyons. Gets the Cougars on the board. Libero for Canyons is Addison DeGard, who's top 60 in digs this season with 291. Here's Georgia Horwedel, who's been used in a serve and defensive receive set so far this season. Canyons, good dig from DeGard. Cougars had to go over early. Here's a swing for Moorpark. No touch at the net that time, as Saiki could not do much with it. Dalen Saiki, the freshman out of Grace High School with just 65 kills on the season. Canyons with a 2-1 early advantage here, first set. If you're just joining us, that one through the block and down for Moorpark on a swing from Campisi on the near side. Johnson and Pakulan check out. Samuel Mame into serve for Moorpark. Horwedel will handle. Tough bump set. Miranda runs into a block as she was just trying to poke it over. Fans asking for a lift on Moorpark on that bump right there from the Libero and Makino, but officials said no. 3-2 Moorpark lead. Mame with 24 aces, 27 errors this season, serves it in. Miranda was blocked at the tape. Moreno has to just pop it over. Curry will set inside to Stankovic. She was capped up. Now a long bump across. Canyons will keep the play alive. Long rally here. Both these teams scrambling. Missed swing that time from Miranda. So an error for Sophia Miranda. Point for Moorpark. They have a 4-2 advantage. You've seen that from Canyons a lot this year, scramble points. Madison Andrews, but a net violation on Canyons. Looked like it came maybe against Dumlau on the set. Yeah, it was her hair hit the net. Could see it on the replay. The braid from Dumlau touches the net. Anything touches the net, it's a net violation. So unfortunate as you set Maddie Andrews up for a good swing. Canyons has been able to get out of this rotation right now. It's a 5-2 advantage for Moorpark. Dumlau will set Miranda high off the block. Moorpark keeping it alive and will have to roll it across. Andrews inside, too much to handle that time for Mame. Five to 3, serve for Addie DeGard. 39 aces, 35 errors for DeGard this season. Long set to the near side. That's a good swing from Campisi. Pretty easy for Moorpark if Campisi's going to get those looks. Despite the long set from Curry. Curry this season, 102 sets played coming into today. Only 80 assists, but working as the setter here today for Moorpark. And Saiki is usually their main center, but she's working along the outside. Here's a tap back from Moorpark as Stankovic on the overpass. And Moorpark now with an 8-3 advantage. So good start for Moorpark here as they're up 8-3. Saiki with the serve will play it in. Moreno tries to roll it across. Saiki tries to handle. And Moorpark just scrambles for a point there. Clay Timmons says we got to stop the bleeding here a little bit. Haley Byron, I think, will get credit for the kill on this just tap across. We'll step aside. Timeout call it to the Canyons. 9-3 here in the first set, just underway from Lee Smelser Court.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
Moorpark a 9-3 advantage here in the first set. Remember, tomorrow we'll have men's and women's basketball doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. The men will take on Chaffee, and then the women at 3 or later against San Bernardino Valley. Our first doubleheader of the season here inside Lee Smelser Court, as basketball season is underway. 9-4, side out for Canyons. Landon Poyer in to serve for the Cougars. Just 1 ace and 2 errors this season for Poyer. Snapped a streak of 6 straight matches with at least a kill against West LA. Back on November 7th. Moorpark not showing any rust despite having been off since November 7th. Leading 9-5, make it 10-4. Nope, it is 9-5. Sorry. Get that right. Poyer will send long, so now we'll make it 10-5. Campisi back to serve. Poyer will set inside to Caitlin Nelson. Touch is given for Canyons. Let's see if we can tell at the net. Hard on our camera here. Yeah, it's tough to see. Nelson immediately asked for it. The official on the line judge on the Canyon side said yes. And then a service ace for Sophia Miranda. (11-8) in favor of Moorpark. So we'll stay with the 11-5 Moorpark advantage. They're going to get called for 4 touches had they played that, as Judah Washington was trying to cut it back across the net. Got set too tight to the umpire's chair on the near side and was trying to get it across and ended up landing it right about the nose of the Cougar logo. So you stay with the Caitlin Nelson serve. 2-point lead for Moorpark. They set inside to Janisa Johnson, but she put it into the tape. And Canyon's back within 1. Moorpark has moved a rotation around here. Saiki back to working as the setter. That one rolled across. Judah Washington gets the point. scratch that. It was Haley Byron. Pardon me. Just able to land it in. Kaylin Curry back to serve. She'll shoot long that time. So we trade points. Morgan Dumlau back serving. She serves it in. Moorpark miscommunicating there. Surprised Adam Black not calling a timeout after the last couple of opportunities from Moorpark. That one was a very big confusion that time. So we're even at 12 here. Dumlau serves to the same place and has another ace. The Canyons bench fired up about it. Moorpark being forced to scramble here. They're really out of system right now. Canyons plays it across. Didn't get a good swing for Wykowski. Saiki kept up by DeGard, and then a couple of Cougars scrambling. Still a scramble. Ball popped over. Moorpark on two. Going to get a kill. Quite the scramble rotation that time from both sides. Can see everybody kind of scrambling, and Moorpark eventually finishing it off. Curry credited with it. Maddie Andrews comes to the sidelines. She is maybe took an elbow to the teeth on that scramble. Eric Insonas, the athletic trainer, going to double check here. You cannot play with blood on your person or on your uniform. And unfortunately in basketball and volleyball, since you're on hardwood, there's no option to just kind of run away and try and work it out as the play goes on. You can't really spit onto the floor. Not that you're supposed to spit onto the soccer pitch or baseball or softball field when you're bleeding, but we have seen that happen. Moorpark, too many touches again. Couldn't even get the ball over the net that time. We're just a little out of system. Campisi was the one that's going to be nabbed with it. It's going to be an error on her. Horvidell in. Moorpark gets a kill. So we're even at 14. Overpass from the serve by Horvidell. Canyon scrambles and keeps it alive after Moorpark tried to tap it back across. Campisi was too far off the net to really drive that one in, and Canyons makes him pay as Megan Moreno on the near side with the kill. Good passing that time from DeGard, and she'll go back to serve. DeGard floats in. Tough set for Moorpark, and they get it done. Curry that time Was able to get it to Stankovic on the inside with one hand. Miranda might have had the opportunity to try and joust on that one, but didn't get up, and we're even at 15. Moorpark serve across and in. Corbadell handles, they'll set Miranda. She'll drive it across where it's picked up by Mame. Moorpark will set near side, and Campisi will tool off the block. (16-15) Moorpark, first set. Canyon's out of system. Poor passing on the serve. Moorpark will set weak side. Byron went high off the block, and the Cougars kept it up for now, and the Cougars will get a point out of it. Weren't in system at all, but Miranda just kind of swinging on the bump set from Corbadell from the 3-meter line, hit the tape, and that was enough to keep it in play. Not much you can do if you're Moorpark that time. Riley Booth back serving now for Canyon. She'll drive in with pace. High bump set. Moorpark went off speed. Nelson going to be called for an illegal contact here. Clay Timmons wants to ask about it. That's a tight one here from... Yeah, it's pretty tough. There's no replay in the 3C2A. But looking at the replay, and maybe we'll try and show it again after the next point. It certainly looks like Nelson might have lifted a little bit on it. It's really tough as it's a reaction play. Booth into the net, didn't get it across. So we'll take a look at that last one. You can see it right there from Nelson. Kind of looks like she kind of reaches back. So Moorpark an 18-16 advantage. That serve long. So make it 18-17. Sophia Miranda back to serve. She'll send deep. Mame handles. They'll set near side to Washington dugout. Wykowski has to roll it across. Now Byron never got it over the net. Might have been blocked by Nelson. As Nelson cruising in the area. Nope, Byron just never got it over the tape. 18 all here in the first set. Long bump set from Byron for Washington. Canyons got a good set to Wykowski that time, so they didn't get a good swing. That one long from Byron again. Back-to-back Canyons points. And a timeout called by Adam Black. He wants to discuss things here for Moorpark. 19-18 Canyons. First set action here from Lee Smelser Court.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the Shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get free sub through the app. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Staying with the Sophia Miranda serve here. 1918 Canyons. Wykowski. Good swing for Allison Wykowski that time. Canyons with a 2-point advantage here. Stay with the Miranda serve. Free ball here for Moorpark. And off speed that time. Wykowski again, back-to-back kills for her. Canyons has increased their advantage, but they cannot any further. 21-19. COC leading Moorpark here in the first set. Pockelman back serving for Moorpark. Canyons from deep that time from Nelson as they were forced to. And Washington a kill for Moorpark. And a timeout on the floor called by Canyons here. As Moorpark out at the timeout has made it a 1-point game here in this first set. So Clay Timmons kind of wanting to stop any Moorpark momentum if he can. Slow things down just a little bit on the floor. Talk to Addie DeGard and Sophia Miranda immediately out of the timeout, trying to get them on the same page. So both these teams one final tune-up really when you think about it before playoffs. Moorpark certainly will be there as they're currently ranked 8th in the state of California. Canyons has received votes, and with the power points should find their way into the state playoffs. Would be quite shocking if they did not, to be quite honest. Nelson over, Washington the same. Wykowski blocked. Now Wykowski will rip. Moorpark scrambling for the point. Canyons will finish it though. Caitlin Nelson on the inside. Good scramble from Moorpark to keep the point alive. But then Dumlau smartly goes to the lead attacker for Canyons in Caitlin Nelson, who is ultra efficient this year, and then puts it into the tape as we're talking nicely. (22-21) Canyons leading. Must win by 2 in each set if you're new to volleyball. If you're watching, we hope you're not. We hope you're enjoying. Dumlau trying to go over on 2 and missed into the net. Wasn't happy with herself either afterwards. See it here. Did not quite have the height needed on that one. Wykowski cleans it up though for Canyons. They have a 1-point advantage once again. Good set on the outside to Wykowski. Just too much for Washington to try and handle on the far side. Morgan Dumlau back to serve with a 1-point Canyons advantage. Block at the net. Campisi keeps it, or excuse me, Johnson kept it alive for the moment. Johnson again keeps the ball alive. Soft touch, Canyons will have a chance to try and take a 2-point advantage. Moreno off the weak side. Stuff block in the net by Janisa Johnson that time. And we're tied at 23 all. Johnson 36th in the state in solo blocks with 21. has 46 block assists, which is 40th in the state, and 21 total blocks at 67. All Canyons was out of system, so Moorpark had an opportunity. Canyons right back, and Wachowski's been on fire late in this set. Everything seems to be falling for her. As this one just a simple out of system swing. And now Georgia Horwedel has a chance to serve with set point. Block at the net. Moorpark keeps it alive. Free ball over. Canyons will have an opportunity here. They'll set Miranda far side, dug out. Again, Canyons will have another swing. Andrews couldn't get much on it. Moorpark sets Campisi near side. And we'll play bonus action here in the first set. Double was there, just Moreno and Andrews couldn't quite get there. Or get enough of it, I should say. Canyons had a couple of opportunities to close that out after a couple of scrambles from Moorpark. Tough service, stuff block at the net for Moorpark, and now they have set point. Saiki was one of the two there for Moorpark on the block. Lemay in. Miranda blocked. Back-to-back stuff blocks, and Moorpark takes the first set, 26-24 over Canyons. Moorpark serving as we open the second set here. And an early 1-0 Moorpark lead. Kings with the 3-2 advantage here. Moorpark gets the point back, so we're working on some technical issues with our live stream box here. What happens? Easy dugout. Canyons couldn't do much with it after that. So 4-3 Moorpark. Six 6-3 Moorpark here in this second set, already with a 1-0 lead. That correct too. There we go. Makino serves it in. Canyons out of system. Didn't get a swing. Soft touch from Moorpark, that'll score. Saiki showing her flexibility. Eight to 3 Moorpark. Clay Timmons not happy with the start, wants to talk about it. So Moorpark out to an early advantage here in this second set, much like they were in the first set. Canyons came back, made it a tight first set that went into bonus action. Moorpark ultimately came away with a 26-24 victory. Raiders trying to jump out to a 2-0 lead here. 20-3 Moorpark advantage. Here as we continue on. Wykowski blocked. Double was there for Moorpark. Now they serve inside, or set inside, I should say, to Johnson. Johnson way up there for that one. Moorpark now with a 9-3 advantage. Canyons has to play another free ball over. There's Poyer, blocked at the net. Not sure it ever got over the tape. And the number 8 team in the state starting to roll here. Canyons in desperate need of a side out right now. Trailing 10-3 here. Free ball played back across. Johnson soft touch, no. Poyer will try and swing, and she'll drive it to the middle of the floor for a Canyons point. Eleven to 4 in favor of Moorpark. Raiders setting weak side that time to Saiki, who drives it in. Pakulan now back to serve for Moorpark. Overpass, and Moorpark makes Canyons pay once again. Pakulan been mostly used as libero this season, 315 days. But Moorpark rotating everybody around today. Trying to get themselves set up for the playoffs. Back-to-back points for Moorpark as that time Campese has the kill. 13-4. Number 8 team in the state rolling. Trying to get back on a win streak here. They'll need to have a long one as the season goes on. Tough block at the net again by Moorpark. That time it was Stankovic that was there. Raiders go on 2 that time, and Curry has a kill. So 10-point Moorpark advantage here in this second set. That one high off the block by Poyer. Canyons gets a block at the net, but Moorpark there to keep it alive. Campese didn't get a good swing at it. Poyer will try and drive, but no contact given, and another Moorpark point. And again, Clay Timmons calls a timeout. Wants to discuss. Canyons trailing 15-4 here in this second set. 15-4, Moorpark leading as we continue on here in this second set. Raiders already at the one-set advantage. Good tool by Saiki that time. that time. Canyons had the double there, but just a better job on the swing by the setter who's been pressed into outside hitter duties today. Poyer. Good swing. Canyons gets a point back. Natty to guard, back to serve for Canyons. Another tool by Moorpark that time. This time it was Campisi on the strong side. Canyons just a touch late on the double with Nelson and Poyer. Poyer was up first and never got herself angled back in, so Campisi was able to just drive it off her. That one into the tape. Saiki into the tape that time. Canyons needs a strong run here, trailing by 11. Riley Booth in serving. Got to go on a long run if you're the Cougars right now. Another one long by Moorpark. So Canyons back with a 9 here. Campisi never really got to drive into that one. Had to kind of slow up her momentum, and you could see her hand kind of stop mid-swing. There's a block at the net. Moorpark scrambling. Nelson just trying to drive it across. Didn't get a touch. I like the thought from Nelson, just didn't quite get the execution she wanted on it. 18-8 here. Canyons struggling to pass that time, so Dumlau never really got a good set away. And Moorpark will get a finish from Stankovic on the inside. Off the tape from Stankovic, but in. Wachowski in to take over for Horwedel in the back row. Again, Canyons out of sorts. Wachowski handled, and ball never got towards Dumlau, who was stationed by the net. It's 22-8 now, Moorpark. He's just scrambling to keep the point alive for the moment. Diving dig from Dumlau, but it gets into the stands. Canyons will make a rotation substitution here. (23-8) in favor of Moorpark. Back-to-back Canyons points. And Miranda serves out. So Moorpark with set point number 1. And they've got a lot of them to play with here. Canyons would need to rally off 14 straight side outs to force this to bonus play in this second set. Galstian into serve. DeGard first handle. Nelson, couple of swings. A third one went into the tape. And Moorpark takes the second set, 25-10 over Canyons. Put it away, try and come back in the third set here when we come back. End of the third set here. Moorpark leading 2-0. Canyons will serve to start things. Moorpark immediately picks up where they left off in the last set. Back-to-back Moorpark points, 2-0 in favor of the Raiders. And then a stuff block at the net by the Raiders, so a 3-0 advantage here for Moorpark. Here's Horwedel back to serve. It's been all Moorpark here through the first two sets. The last set of 25-10 Moorpark victory. There's an errant swing from Campisi. It almost like it came off her forearm on the swing. Campisi attacking at just 18.2% this season. Back-to-back Canyons points. Scratch that, it was a Moorpark point. Apologize, so 4-2. Board originally said 3-2, but free ball played across. Moorpark back to work. Soft touch. Partially blocked at the net, I believe, by Moreno. Yeah, I think Moreno will get credit for a block there. Back-to-back Moorpark points. Up 7-3. Moreno will send it across. Moorpark another swing and another kill. This time it's Campisi on the near side. Watch Campisi sky through on the strong side here. And just drives it in. Not much the Canyons could do. We stay with the Saiki serve. Touch at the net given that time for Canyons. Ball might have went long, but Nelson got credit there. Moorpark and a joust at the net wins. Byron was one of those two there. Campisi back to serve. And another timeout from College of the Canyons. And Moorpark with a 10-4 advantage. As it is again Moorpark rolling here. Not the start the Cougars wanted in this third set. It has gone off the rails since set number 2. Moorpark got out to an 8-3 advantage in set number 2 and then just rolled their way to a 25-10 set victory. The first set was a very tight one, 26-25. Moorpark had 3 straight points as Canyons had set point at 24-23. But Moorpark with 3 straight to take the victory in that first set, and they've been rolling ever since. Service error on Moorpark. Canyons a point right back here. There's Byron. Power tip across. Wykowski has to play it back across as Canyons was just out of system. Scrambling, still scrambling here. Now Wykowski, stuff block that fell out of play, so a tool for Wykowski that time. Canyons rallying back. And another point for Canyons. They continue to rally. Have closed the gap back to 3. Nelson that time on an overpass. Eleven to 7 here in favor of Moorpark. Now let's stand back to serve. Wykowski handles Nelson inside. They say it goes long. We're not going to have a view on our camera. Nelson thought she had tip contact at the net too, but did not. So Gallistan will stay serving. Long set that time from Poyer. And again, the officials are going to overrule the line judge this time. That one certainly looked like it was in play. So 8-12. Oh, good power tip from Johnson that time. Janisa Johnson, wow. Just hung up in the air. You'll see it here. Just hanging at the last second, tipping it across with that. 4 touches for Moorpark. Canyons back within 3 once again. Cougars have rallied back here in this 3rd set. Wajkowski back serving. Johnson inside, Wajkowski with a dig. And then a tool off the block from Canyons. And the Cougars are starting to roll themselves here. Miranda that time with the tool will get credit for a kill. Stay with the Wajkowski serve. And just like that, Moorpark breaks the run. Campese finishes it off, just kind of floating it to space this time. 15-12, Moorpark in the lead, leading by 2 sets. Trying to close this one out in straight sets. It'll be just the 10th straight set victory of the season for Moorpark, who's won 20 games this year. Excuse me, the 11th, I missed one. They lead 16-12, and they'll have a swing. Blocked at the net by Canyons. Double was there. Andrews and Miranda combining for it. 13-16, Canyons trailing. Who else but Campese? Her and Johnson, just two-headed monster for Moorpark. They haven't set them a whole heck of a lot today. They've really set Saiki and Byron more than anybody else, with Stankovic getting some calls as well. Judah Washington had a long run in that 2nd set. Nevilev for Canyons tools it off the block and down. Adam Black and the Raiders trying to smell blood in the water here a little bit and finish this one out. Clay Timmons and the Cougars trying to find a reverse sweep opportunity. Landon Poyer serving in play. Free ball played across. Poyer wanted to set Nelson, but set it too far, so Nelson just had to poke it. Moorpark going to get a point off Canyons on a miscommunication in the back row with Poyer and DeGard. Poyer kind of taking that one away from DeGard. You'll see here where DeGard probably had the better angle, the better chance. 4-point advantage, 18-14. Canyons needs a long run of side outs once again. You've got to extend it with this set. Pecos didn't get a lot on it, but got enough. Nelson going to get credit for an assist that time. Sophia Miranda back serving. timeout here. Galveston back to serve. The guard, a little bit of a mishandle, so Canyons will have to play a free ball across, and they play it out. Serve receive error that time. Stay with the Galveston serve here. Service error. We'll go Caitlin Delsenbeck serving now. Byron going to be called for a lift after she got blocked. An intentional lift or maybe double contact. 21-17. Canyons needs to go on a run here, trailing by 4. Nelson, good short serve. That one driven through by Judah Washington from Moorpark. Raiders with 22, Canyons with 17. Struggle that time for the Cougars once again. Service long by Moorpark. Saiki rips that one from the near side. Moorpark with the match point now, serving for it. 24-18. Kino back to serve. Canyons will need a rally. Wykowski handles. Maddie Andrews with a kill. So there's one. Got to rattle off at least 5 more. Otherwise, Moorpark takes the match. Raiders will have a chance to swing for it, but they won't get a in-system look. So Canyons will go back inside to Maddie Andrews, and she'll have back-to-back kills. Back-to-back for Maddie Andrews. We'll stay with the Wykowski serve. Moorpark out of system again. That time was trying to set Janisa Johnson. Adam Black says, all right, let's talk about it. We've got 3 more match points to play with. We started with a 24-18 advantage. 6 match points to work with, and Canyons has cut it down to 3. So we closed the gap down here a little bit in this third set. Moorpark still in a favorable position. Just needing 1 more point to take this match, pick up their 21st win of the season. For Canyons, the win, if they can find the reverse sweep here, which would be a dramatic reverse sweep at this point. Best they could be is 12-13. Worst they can be is 11-14. But again, like we said, likely should see a 3C2A playoff spot as they finish second in the WSC South this season. Wachowski serving again. Moorpark setting inside, and there it is. Janisa Johnson finishes it off for Moorpark. The Raiders take it 25-21 in the third set. They win 26-24, 25-10, and 25-21 for a sweep over College of the Canyons. We hope to see you tomorrow, men's and women's basketball, here on the Cougar Sports Network. Starting at 1 p.m., men against Chaffee, and then the women will take on San Bernardino Valley College at 3 p.m. or later. We'll see on what time the men finish. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Hear from us at the Cougar Sports Network.